Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss a video from testbook.com.
Hello guys, I am Dhiraj and I welcome you all to Testbook.com and I'm here to provide you the best I have. So guys, once again I'm in front of you with the mock test for Vizag Management Trainee, and this is for mechanical. Okay, so guys, yes, I can see that few people have already joined. So guys, those who have already joined, they can do it, like, share and subscribe the channel. And one more thing that you have to do, that you have to share the link of this video in your social media group so that the maximum people, those who are looking for mock test of Vizag, they will get benefited of this session. Okay, so yes guys, you can mark your attendance by hitting on a like button. Okay, one more thing that I want to add. Okay, and one more thing, those who are new to this channel, my dear, they can do hit like, share and subscribe so that you will get latest notification from Testbook Gate. Okay, and my dear, there are a lot of offers by the Testbook for you guys. That is what offer of the month for the Testbook pass is going on. You are getting the pass just for ₹299, my dear. Okay, 299 में मिल रहा है आपको, and you are getting in that 100 plus courses, and my dear, 12,000 plus test. Okay, and my dear, that is Gate reward quiz is also going on. You can attempt this quiz in the website as well as in the app, and my dear, you'll get rewarded by if you get a good score in the quiz. Definitely you will get rewarded. And my dear, SSC JE Mechanical Live Coaching is also running. So if you are interested in SSC JE Mechanical Live Coaching, my dear, then you have to fill the application form, and the link of the application form is provided in the description of this video. Okay, so guys, this is all about the offers and opportunity for you guys by the testbook.com. Okay, and I hope you can explore the content of these batches. Okay, so guys, get benefited of this opportunity. Okay, so right now it's 15. So can we start? Can we begin? Okay, so here we begin. Very good afternoon to all of you. Very good afternoon. Here we go. Today's first question on your screen, my dear. See, the positive slack on part indicated that the project is positive slack on part indicated that the project is what, ahead of schedule, or what? It should be ahead of schedule. When it is what, my dear? 0. That means it is what? Resources are just what, my dear? Just it is required, like ki project complete ho jayega. Okay, I hope you got it. And if it is negative, that means we are in behind. We are behind. Okay, behind, not beyond. Okay, the pressure of the liquid flowing through the divergent portion of the venturi meter, then what, my dear? When the there is flow of liquid is there from what, my dear? From divergent section, then pressure has to be what, my dear? Decrease, that is reduce. Very good. Here we go, my dear. Here we go. No, when it should be in divergent section. Sorry, what I have done? Sorry, I have done mistake over here. It should be increase. It should be increases. Okay, I'm sorry, by mistake. Well, I'm so sorry, by mistake that done. In divergent section, velocity is going to be drop and pressure got left, right? The temperature distribution at a certain instant of time in a slab during a process is given by T is equal to twice x square plus x plus 5. Okay, where x is in centimeter, T is in Kelvin. If the thermal diffusivity is what, my dear? 0.0002 centimeter square per second, the rate of change of temperature with respect to given time. So my dear, you know that what change of temperature in only one direction is what, my dear? 1 by alpha. What, my dear? Del T by dt. It is small t is what? Time, and it is none other than what, my dear? D square t upon what? Dx square. Right? So it should be what, my dear? It should be what? We have to find out this one, right? So it should be what? It should be, again, first of all, it should be 4x plus 1, right? Then again you'll find the derivative of it, right? And it should be what, my dear? क्या हो जाएगा बच्चा? क्या हो जाएगा? It is what? 4x plus 1, right? and another derivative, when you find out, you'll get what, my dear? Only 4, right? You'll get only 4. Alpha is what, my dear? Alpha is this one. It will get over here. That is what, 0.002. What should be your answer, my dear? It should be, your answer will be this one, right? Yes or no, bacha? Of course it should be. Number 1 is correct. Number 1 is correct. Number 1 is correct. Consider an ideal gas in a frictionless piston cylinder assembly. The weightless piston is initially loaded with a large number of small weights. How would you carry out a reversible isothermal expansion process? Assume that a large number, very small weight and an arrangement for reversible heat transfer are available. My dear, here that how you can make the process, what, my dear? Isothermal, that you have to tell. Without adding, removing, no. You have to, what, my dear? You have to reduce the weight. No, very slowly. That means there are a lot of many weights, right? So you have to take it out one by one, right? That is removing weights from piston, transfer heat to the system, right? It should be 1. 4th. Okay. Here I go for next. If fan is provided in the water cooling system, a fan is provided in the water cooling system to what, my dear? Draw the air through the radiator, provide drive to the water pump, cool the engine by blowing air over it, increase flow of coolant. My dear, it is nothing but what? Draw the air through the radiator. Okay, I hope you got it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, my dear. Here we go. Standard coordinate system for numerical positive नहीं होता बेटा. Coordinate system for numerical control machine tools is what, my dear? Spherical, Cartesian, cylindrical, polar. हम लोग क्या prefer करते हैं? We are preferring Cartesian, my dear. क्या होता है in numerical control machine? That is Cartesian. When the deformation of machine member is due to pure torsion only, the maximum torque is given by what, my dear? T into Z. Tau is what? Shear stress. Z is what? Polar modulus, polar section modulus, right? Tau is maximum shear stress and Z is polar modulus of the section. Yes, correct. Yes, of course it is. Right? It should be none other than this one. Right now? Here we go, my dear. Here we go. Here we go, my dear. For the internal gearing system, the tips on gear and pinion are this much. Okay, that is 120 and 80 respectively. The module between them meeting gears is 4 mm. Find the center distance, my dear. Center distance will be what, my dear? Center distance, you have to find out, that is CD will be what, my dear? It is nothing but DG plus what, my dear? DP is there, na? 2 gears are there. Okay, that is DG1 plus DG2 divided by 2. It is center distance. Now, my dear, you have to find out DG1 and DG2. So, first of all, there is a question that what is DG1 and DG2? Right? Guys, please tell me. Haji bachcha, ye DG1 or DG2 kya hai? But this is nothing but pitch dia of gear, right? And you can find it by what, my dear? M is equal to D by T. Right now? M is equal to D by T. You know that module is equal to what? D by T. From here, you'll get DG1 and DG2, right? Because teeth is given. T is what? Teeth 1, na? TG1. And my dear, similarly, M is equal to what? DG2 upon TG2. You will get DG1 and DG2 from this two equation. And my dear, the answer will be 80 only. 80 aega answer. Okay? Put the value over here and get the answer. I hope you got it. Here I go. 80. Internal gearing. हाँ, internal gearing है. Sorry, it should be minus. Sorry, it should be minus. Huh? Internal gearing there. Sorry. It should be minus. Minus. Internal gearing is there. Okay. So sorry. It is internal gearing. That is minus. Here I go. The method which follow the deterministic approach, my dear. What? It is what? CPM. CPM follow deterministic approach. Specific speed of Pelton turbine range from specific speed क्या होता है बच्चा? कितना होता है? 12 to it is actually 10 to 60, but यहाँ पे range. Guys, please tell me. Very good. 12 to 70 is right answer. What, my dear? 12 to 70 is right answer. Very good. 12 to 70. Here I go for next. 12 to 70. Here I go for next, my dear. 12. I think it's not visible. Diagram is not visible. Diagram visible है? नहीं visible है. The diagram is visible, completely visible. अगर 360 में देखोगे, definitely it will be visible to you. If you watch it in 360, definitely it will be visible to you. Okay. So my dear, you can see over here. Consider the rectangular surface shown in figure. View factor is given. F31 is given, and that is view factor from surface 3 to 1 plus 2 is what, my dear? 0.32. What will be the view factor of F13 and F23 between rectangular surface? That you have to identify. Guys, be fast. Tell me, how could you? हाँ जी बच्चा, कैसे? First of all, you will get F13, right? Right now. Yes or no, बच्चा? हाँ जी. First of all, you will get, let's see, A1 F13 is equal to what? A3 F31, right? Area is same. Area is same now. A1 and A3 are same. 1 into 3, 1 into 3. So it will get cancel out. F13 is equal to F31, right now, my dear. From here you will get what? F31, that is what? 0.27, right? Now if F31, sorry, this F3, that is 1 plus 2 will be what, my dear? It is nothing but F31 plus F32, right now. Yes or no, bacha? Of course. So it is what? 0.32 is equal to F31 0.27 plus F32. From here you will get, my dear, F32, and F32 is how much? F32 is how much? F32 आ जाएगा आपका 0.05. 0.05. Right now, it should be what, my dear? 0.05. It should be 0.05. अगर ये 0.05 आ गया, what you want to calculate, my dear? Now we have to calculate F32. We have done F23, right? So my dear, A2, and my dear, what will get? We'll get what? इसको इसके साथ ले लेंगे, इसको हम ले लेंगे F23 के साथ, right? F23 is equal to A3 F32. F32 known है, A2 and A3 are equal. That is F23 is equal to F32, and that will what, my dear? 0.5. So हमको क्या बोला था? F13, that is 31. That is what, my dear? It should be none other than, कितना आ गया बच्चा? वो पहले निकाला था ना यार, यहीं कहीं निकाला था. 0.27. 0.27. So कहाँ 0.27? F13 only in this, right? The answer will be this one, right now. Okay, here we go for next. Heat transfer to closed stationary system at constant volume is equal to constant volume. Constant volume में work done 0. That means what? Internal energy. It is what, my dear? Increase in enthalpy, increase in Gibbs energy. What, my dear? Internal energy. Okay, I hope you got it. Option number 2 is correct. Option number 2 is correct. Here I go for next. Guys, do hit like, share, and subscribe the session. Here we go for next. Humidity is most commonly measured by. Humidity is most commonly measured by what, my dear? Partial vapor pressure determination. Right now, we required this one now. Formula क्या है? That is what? Humidity. That is 0.622 upon PV divided by P minus PV. And that is nothing but what? Specific humidity. So we have to determine the partial vapor pressure, right? Grinding of hard materials. If it is hard, then we need what, my dear? Soft one, right? Grinding wheel. Soft hoga, okay. So here that you can see fine grit size and soft grades, right? The maximum value of the shear stress in the thin wall cylindrical vessel of dia D subjected to internal pressure P is given as what? Shear stresses. Shear stresses के बारे में बताना है. हाँ जी बच्चा, what it should be? It should be what? You know what it should be? Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. Right now? Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? Please tell me. हाँ जी बच्चा. हाँ जी बच्चा, yes. It should be what? It should be PD by 40. कितना होगा? PD by 40 होगा यहाँ पे. Okay? I know everybody got it. I hope you got it. Yes or no? What about other people? Guys, you know that PD by 40 and PD by 2T is there, right? For longitudinal hoop stresses. I hope you got it. Yes. Yes or no, बच्चा? Yes. PD हुप स्ट्रेसेस, अरे यार हुप स्ट्रेसेस हैं. रेडियल क्या होगा? रेडियल तो जीरो बोल दिया उसने. रेडियल जीरो, दैट मींस व्हाट माय डियर? सिग्मा 1/2 एंड सिग्मा 1 इज व्हाट माय डियर? ये क्या है हमारा? PD by 2 that is hoop stresses multiplied by 1/2, that is what? PD by 40. Here I go for next. Direct cost of an activity. Direct cost of an activity increases with increase in duration. No, it is decreases with increase in duration, right? Indirect cost is what, my dear? Increases with increasing duration. Very good. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go for next. A jet of water discharging from 40 mm dia orifice has dia 32 mm. Its vena contracta. The coefficient of contraction. So coefficient of contraction क्या हो जाएगा बच्चा? CC. That will be what? Area at vena contracta, that is what? Pi by 4 d square, that is 32 का square, right? And pi by 4, this is what? Actual, that is what? Pi by 4, 40 का square. Calculate. This will get cancelled out. Now tell me the answer for it. Now tell me the answer for it. Yes guys, be fast. तो जल्दी करें. It should be none other than 0.64. What, my dear? 0.64. Here I go for next. A flat plate of length 1 meter, width 50 centimeter is placed in an air stream at 30 degrees centigrade, blowing parallel to it. Convective heat transfer coefficient is this much. The heat transfer, if the plate is maintained at temperature of 400 degrees centigrade, my dear, it is nothing but what you formula you have to apply, that is what? HA into delta T, right? Yes or no? Width is what, my dear? Area will be what? Area will be what? Area is 1, length is 1 meter, you have to convert it into 1 meter, right? Just apply this formula. Delta is what, my dear? 400 minus 30, you can get. Yes, and H is given what, my dear? 30. So you put the value, get the answer, and the answer will be what, my dear? कितना आ रहा है आंसर इसका? The answer is 5.55 kilowatt. 5.55 kilowatt. 5.55 kilowatt. Number one. Okay. Here I go for next. 4.05. 4.05 आ रहा है. What is the answer? It is 4.05 or 5.55. Okay. Here I go. That is one. If the heat engine attains 100% thermal efficiency, it violates which law, my dear? Second law of thermodynamics. Injection system in which the pump and ejector nozzle is combined in one housing, known as what, my dear? Unit injector system. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Unit injector system. Very good. Here I go for next. Second law. Here I go for next. Guys, do hit like, share, and subscribe the session. In order to have interference fit, it is essential that lower limit of shaft should be. Lower limit क्या होनी चाहिए? Greater than the upper limit of hole. It should be greater than the upper limit of hole. I hope you got it, beta. Very good. Now I'll go for next, my dear. चलें आगे. Can we go ahead here? A shaft dia D is subjected to combined bending and twisting moment. Find the maximum shear stress produced if bending moment M and twisting moment T acts on it. That is what, my dear, you know that it is what they said. Find the maximum shear stress. That is nothing but what? 16T upon pi D cube, right now? Tau. But here T is what? Here you have applied bending moment, and this one, my dear, this T become what? M square plus T square under root. So answer will be what? 16 upon pi D cube under root M square plus T square. Fourth one. Very good. Fourth one is correct. Here I go for next. 3 rotor system has following number of natural frequencies. 3 rotors are there. That is n minus 1. That is 2. For a given level of safety stock, the EOQ ordering is what, my dear? Repeated question. It is what? Reorder point depends upon the rate of consumption and lead time. Both पे depend करेगा. Right now? Very good. Very good. Here we go. Here we go, my dear. Fourth one. Here I go for next. Okay, the force exerted by the jet fixed on plate shown below in the figure is equal to, my dear, आपसे normal force पूछ रहा है. That is what, my dear? It is none other than what, my dear? Yes, guys. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा इशू है. सेकेंड ऑप्शन है रो ए वी स्क्वायर साइन थीटा. ए मीन्स एरिया स्मॉल ए. ओके, सो ऑप्शन विल बी व्हाट, माय डियर? यही जो मैंने लिखा है. नंबर 2 क्या हो जाएगा? नंबर 2. नो, इट्स नॉट शुड बी रो ए वी स्क्वायर. नंबर 2 इज करेक्ट. वेरी गुड. नंबर 2. नंबर 2 इज करेक्ट. वेरी गुड. हियर आई गो फॉर नेक्स्ट. If any two fluids undergoes phase change, the correction factor F, that is phase change in what? Condensation or boiling. That is F is equal to, we have to take, my dear, what? 1. It should not be less than 0.8. Very good. 0.8 से less नहीं होना चाहिए. That means what? 1. In an isothermal process, the internal energy of ideal gas. In an isothermal process, the internal energy of an ideal gas is what, my dear? Remains same, because what? Temperature remains same. You know that mcv dt, that is delta U, it is what? It is 0. So definitely the change in internal energy will be 0. It will remain same. For maximum work output, a two-stage expansion gas turbine with perfect intercooling, the intermediate pressure P has the following relationship. It should be none other than, my dear, this one, right? You know that. Very good. Very good, everybody. Very good. Very good. Here I go. Guys, do hit like, share, and subscribe the session. Match plate pattern is used in machine molding. It is used in what, my dear? Machine molding में use होता है. Okay. That the maximum deflection of the beam carrying concentrated load, point load, is given as what, my dear? Fixed beam. And that is what, my dear? WL cube upon 192 IEI. IE बोल दो या EI बोल दो, बात एक ही है. Right? Very good. Third one. Very good. Here I go for next. Why in a locomotive engine the reciprocating masses are only partially balanced? Because if you try to balance the secondary force, then, my dear, what will happen? The locomotive engine may be lift, right? Yes or no? So full balancing will result in what? Another unbalanced force which might lift up the locomotive engine. Correct. Number 3. Here we go. Here I go. A fluid flow. In a fluid flow, the line of constant piezometric head passes through 2 points which have the same, my dear. क्या होता है? Same elevation, same pressure, same velocity. When the velocity is same, my dear, then we are getting what? Constant piezometric head, right? Yes or no? It should be, answer will be what, my dear? Velocity. Answer will be velocity. Very good. Answer will be velocity. Here I go for next. A primary driving force for natural convection. Primary driving force for natural convection is given by, is what, my dear? Transverse force. It's a buoyancy force. It's a buoyancy force. It's a buoyancy force. Here I go. Thermodynamic work is the product of, किसका product है? That is, you know that PDV. It is what, my dear? Intensive property and change in extensive property. Right? Number 3. Number 3. Very good. Number 3. Here I go for next. Oxides of nitrogen in an engine exhaust can be reduced by the following methods. My dear, decrease compression ratio, correct. Exhaust recirculation, exhaust gas recirculation, correct. 50% lean mixture से कुछ नहीं होने वाला. That is what? Use of oxidation catalyst. That is 1 to 4 are correct. 1 to 4. Number 3. 1 to 4. Here we go, my dear. A sphere of mass m with radius r is subjected to force F at its center, and it starts rolling without slipping on rough horizontal surface as shown in figure. The acceleration of the body is, my dear. आपसे acceleration पूछ रहा है बच्चा. Please tell me what should be the acceleration of it, guys. Yes, be fast. Very easy question. Just simply आपको force का apply कर देना है, right? टॉर्क क्या होगा बच्चा? जस्ट अप्लाई द कंसेप्ट ऑफ टॉर्क, जस्ट अप्लाई द कंसेप्ट ऑफ टॉर्क. टॉर्क क्या होगा यहाँ पे? इट इज व्हाट माय डियर? इट इज रेडियस. ये क्या होगी? रेडियस. टॉर्क विल बी व्हाट माय डियर? टॉर्क हो जाएगा एफ इंटू आर. एक और वैसे टॉर्क क्या होता है? आई इंटू अल्फा. अल्फा क्या हो जाएगा? ए बाय आर. राइट, दैट मीन्स कैन आई राइट लाइक दिस? yes or no? Of course I can write, right? I will be what my dear? I naught, क्योंकि यहां निकालना होगा. I naught plus what my dear? mr square. ये क्या होता है? 2/5 mr square, right? Plus mr square. My dear, what it should be? It should be 7/5 mr square, right? Of course, my dear. Now you put the value over here that you get, and you will get, my dear, acceleration. And acceleration will be what, my dear? f r square divided by what? 5/7. My dear, क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ पे? mr square, right? It will get cancel out, right? What? 5/7 fm. 5/7 fm, right? This one, number one. Number one is correct. Here I go for next, my dear. In case of part, if pessimistic, optimistic, and luckily time are this 10 to 8 respectively, then the expected duration and variance. Variance क्या होता है बच्चा? Variance means what? Sigma square. That is nothing but what, my dear? TP minus TO by 6 का whole square. Right? Put the value, get the answer. T will be what, my dear? T will be what? TP plus TO plus 4TM. That is most likely time. Divided by what, my dear? Divided by 6. Divided by 6. Calculate. Calculate the answer. हाँ जी बच्चा, calculate the answer. And the answer is, हाँ जी बच्चा, आंसर क्या आ रहा है? Answer is 7.33 and 16/9. 7.33 इसका आएगा, okay? इसका 16/9 आएगा. Very good. Here I go for next. Shock resistance of steel is increased by adding, my dear. क्या ऐड करेंगे तो शॉक रेजिस्टेंस इंक्रीज हो जाएगा? Guys, be fast. थोड़ा जल्दी बताओ. Yes, it should be none other than nickel. Very good. Somebody answer nickel. Correct. Nickel. Only nickel. Here I go. क्रोमियम से क्रोजन भी रेजिस्टेंस भी इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. If W be the total weight of the bar hanging fixed at one end, elongation delta L will be equal to okay, where L is length, is Young modulus, A is what? You know that it is what, my dear? Due to self weight. That is what? WL by twice A. Fourth one. Here I go for next. If cam follower mechanism, the large value of pressure angle is limited by shape of follower, wear of the follower, my dear. It is none other than what? Wear of the follower, sorry, not follower. Wear of the follower. Very good. Wear of the follower. Here we go for next, my dear. The mold for casting ferrous material in a continuous casting process is made up of low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, high carbon steel, copper. Which one, my dear? Be fast. हाँ जी बच्चा, बताओ जल्दी से. It is made up of what, my dear? It is none other than what? It is made up of graphite. किससे बनता है बच्चा वो? Graphite से. So ऑप्शन क्या हो जाएगा? None of these. Graphite से बनता है. It is made up of graphite. Here I go for next. The ratio between stress produced by gradually applied and suddenly applied load is what, my dear? Half. क्योंकि डबल होता है, right now? It should be what, my dear? Half. Stress produced due to the gradually applied load क्या आएगा? आधा आएगा. किसके? Suddenly applied load का. Okay, it should be half of that of what, my dear? The stress produced when you apply load suddenly. Okay. Which of the following statement is correct about the rotary internal combustion engine? Obtained by fixing the link 4? No. Obtained by fixing the link 1 or 3? We don't know the name. Okay, obtained by fixing the crank. Correct. Number 3. Number 3. Here I go for next. Which of the following is not exactly a property of material? Is not a property of material. You know that yield stress properties and elastic modulus property, ultimate tensile strength is also property. But my dear, endurance limit is not a property. Number one. Here I go for next. Endurance. Here I go for next, my dear. See, the operating characteristic curve of centrifugal pump are shown in figure. Okay, my dear. Now, head, efficiency, power, speed. Which curve represents what, my dear? Operating curve of curve C. C का बताना है. That is C stand for. C stand for what, my dear? Power input. It is stand for power input. And my dear, this one is what? This one is nothing but for efficiency. And this one is what, my dear? Head. It is what? Head. So option will be what, my dear? Power. Option will be power. Input power. Okay. Here we go for next. There are 12 radiation shields between two parallel surface. Then the number of surface resistance and shape resistance. Shape resistance कितना होगा बच्चा? Shape resistance तो हो जाएगा 13, right? And surface, sorry, parallel to surface, number of surface resistance will be what, my dear? 2n plus 2, right? So 2 into 12 plus 2, that is what? 26. 26 and 13 will be the right option. 13, sorry, 3. Option number 3. Here we go for next. Which of the following entropy relationship for a process is wrong? Air, V constant. Okay, it should be, it's correct. Water, DSCP, log of T2 by T1, it's also correct. Reservoir, this one, this is wrong. Why it is wrong? You know that reservoir don't have any temperature change. It simply formula is what, my dear? dq by t only, right? So our option will be what, my dear? Number 3. Our option will be what? Because we have to choose the wrong statement. For combustion of gaseous fuels, the following is a great use. For combustion of gaseous fuels, the following is of great use. What, my dear? Breton cycle. What? Breton cycle. Breton cycle. Here I go for next. Here I go for next. Thin uniform hoop ring of radius r rolling without such that mass center moves at speed, what, my dear? V. The hoop weight W kg. What is the corresponding kinetic energy of hoop relative to the ground? My dear, you know that it have kinetic energy due to the translational motion and due to the angular motion, right? So it will be what, my dear? Half of what? Haji bacha, half of mv square. Half of mv square plus half of what, my dear? I omega square. Now, yes or no? Guys, be fast. Reply jaldi jaldi karte raho, okay? So that will be better. चले यार, okay? Okay, here I go. चले आगे. Here I go, my dear. चले यार, आगे चलते हैं, ठीक है? So here I go. And you know that half of mv square plus half of, it is what, my dear? mr square multiplied by, this will be what? V is equal to r omega. So definitely it will be what? V square by r square. This will get cancelled out, right? Half of mv square plus half of mv square. That is what, my dear? It should be what? It should be what, my dear? Haji bacha, what it should be? क्या होगा ये? It should be mv square. Yes or no? mv is what, my dear? W by g. V square. Answer will be what? W square by g only. Number 3. Number 3. Very good. Here I go for next. Break even point can be lowered by, you know that break even point is what? Fixed cost divided by selling cost minus variable cost, right? Now, so my dear, if you what? You have to lower it. You have to lower it. That means what? If you reduce the variable cost, what will, my dear? This value will be higher. If this value will be higher, this x will be what, my dear? Drop, right? So my dear, decreasing the slope of income line, reducing the variable cost. Here I go for next. Here I go for next, my dear. 52. Filler gauge are used for measuring the. Filler gauge are used for measuring the what, my dear? Thickness of metal sheet, clearances between the mating parts, pitch. It should not be. It should be clearance. क्या है बच्चा? Clearance measure करता है, right? I hope you got it. Here we go. Clearance. Very good. If I and L and delta L, it is what, my dear? L, not I. L and delta L are the length and change in length. Then, my dear, strain. What, my dear? Change will be what, my dear? It should be change in length to the original length. Right now? Yes or no, bacha? Of course. Very good. Number 1 is correct. Very good. Okay. The mass M is attached to two identical springs having spring constant K shown in the figure. The natural frequency omega of this single degree of freedom system is what, my dear? Parallel में है, so क्या हो जाएगा? Equivalent, that is K1 plus K2. That is what, my dear? Twice K. That is what? Twice K by M will be your natural frequency. Right? Yes or no? Very good. Twice K by M is correct. Shaft design is generally made for torsional moments. Okay. KT into T, where KT is what takes into account the nature of load for suddenly applied loads with shocks. Okay. The factor KT is usually, my dear, कितना होता है? ये 1 से कितना होता है? 1 to 1.5 होता है. 1 to 1.5. बट माय डियर, यहाँ पे अगर बहुत ज्यादा शॉक आ जाते, यहाँ पे लोड होता अगर हाई होता और शॉक अगर बहुत ज्यादा हाई होते, तो उस टाइम पे वी हैव टू वैल्यू व्हाट, माय डियर? 1.6 to 3. ओके, रिमेंबर दिस. ये ध्यान रखना बच्चा. हियर वी गो. हाँ, ज्यादा शॉक के लिए, हाई शॉक के लिए. ओके, हियर वी गो. Which of the following pump is successfully used for lifting water from deep wells? कुछ ज्यादा ही गहरी जो कुआं होती है, नो वेल मींस कुआं बोलते हैं हिंदी में, वहां से अगर आपको पंप करके लेकर आना है, then you have to use, my dear, what? Compress air, and that is none other than what, my dear? Airlift pump. You have to use airlift pump. I hope you got it. Very good. Fourth, airlift pump. Sensing element of hot wire anemometer made up of very costly element. Right? It is more costly than gold. That is what, my dear? Platinum. Consider the following statement about heat and work. Both are path function correct. Both are exact differential. No. Work is low grade of energy. No. Work is high grade of energy. Heat is low grade of energy. Right. 1 and 4 are correct. Consider the following statement pertaining to the volumetric efficiency. The normal range of volumetric efficiency at full throttle of SI engine is more than, no. CI engine का ज्यादा होता है, 90 to 95 होता है, where SI engine है only 80 to 85 or 85 to 90. That's it. Volumetric efficiency is maximum at inlet Mach number of 0.5. Correct. Inlet wall match index is related to volumetric efficiency. Which of these statement are correct, my dear? Can you tell me? Yes, bacha party, please tell me which one is correct. Haji bacha, which one is correct? Guys, be fast. Yes. Which one? Very good. 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Right? That is option number 2 is correct. Here I go for next. Which one of the following statement is not correct for TQC? TQ means what, my dear? TQC is what? Total quality control. It is about the product quality and quality of business process. It is restricted to product quality. It utilizes quality circles. It utilizes zero defect program. My dear, these are correct. I know these are correct. Right? So which one will be not incorrect? What will not correct? That will be this one. Number one. I hope you got it. Number 1 is correct. Very good. Here, number 1 is correct. Here I go for next. The main function of cutting fluid is what, my dear? To provide lubrication, to cool the tool and workpiece. Correct. To product lubrication and wash away the chips. Right. To lubrication and wash away the chips, right? It should be none other than all of these. Okay. Here I go for next, my dear. Here I go for next. Volumetric strain is a ratio of Original thickness to change in thickness, what? Original volume to change in volume, or change in volume to original volume. Which one, my dear? It is nothing but fourth. कौन सा है बच्चा? Fourth one. Very good. Here I go for next. For a slotted lever mechanism, how many positions are there such that Coriolis component, what, of the acceleration is not present? Extreme left, extreme right, and when it is at mid position, that is 3 positions are there where the Coriolis acceleration is what, my dear, is not present, or we can say that value is what, my dear, 0. Extreme left, extreme right, and middle position. Here we go for next. If the size of standard specification for fatigue testing machine is increased, the endurance limit for the material will have what, my dear? If the size of standard specification for fatigue testing machine is increased, the endurance limit for material will have what, my dear? Can you tell me? Bacha, be fast. Be fast. Be fast. Come on, quick. हाँ जी बच्चा पार्टी, थोड़ा सा जल्दी कीजिए. बी फास्ट बेटा. क्या होगा? हाँ जी guys, be fast. It should be what? It should be decrease. क्या होगा? It should be decrease. क्या हो जाएगा? Decrease हो जाएगा. Very good. Decrease. It should be decrease. Here I go for next. What will be the depth of point below water surface in the way in sea where pressure intensity is given, and what, my dear, specific gravity is given? My dear, you can calculate what your rho gh is equal to what? Pressure. Just equate with this, and rho you can take multiplied by 1000, right? 1025 आ जाएगा. Now, my dear, tell me the answer, that is h. Calculate h from here. Calculate h from here. Yes. बच्चा कितना आ जाएगा? कितना आ रहा है? It's 100 meter. It's what, my dear? 100 meter. But remember one thing, it will come 100 meter only when you have multiplied what? There is 10 to the power 6 से multiply करना पड़ेगा. It is mega. Okay. In which of the following mechanism is heat conducted in liquid and gas? Lattice vibration, transportation of free electrons, collision and diffusion. Correct answer. Collision and diffusion. Very good. Collision and diffusion is correct answer. Here I go for next. Refrigerating efficiency, that is the ratio of actual COP to the reversible COP of refrigeration is what? 0.8. Okay. The condenser and evaporator temperature are this one. Okay. 51 and 30. Okay. If the cooling capacity of plant is 2.4 kilowatt, then what is the work requirement? My dear, first of all, you should calculate what? COP of ideal one. That is what? TL. TL is what, my dear? Minus 30. That is what? 243. Right? And I think it should be 324. 324 आएगा. 51 plus 273. Right? It's 324. Minus 243. ये कितना आ रहा है बच्चा? How much? कितना आ रहा है? Guys, please tell me. कितना आ रहा है ये? It should be around, कितना आ रहा है? It should be what? 3. कितना आ रहा है? 3 आ रहा है. 3. Right? If it is 3, my dear, no, actual one is what? COP actual will be what? 8.8 into 3. Sorry. 2.4 is there, right? 2.4 आ जाएगा. So it 2.4 will be what? Refrigeration capacity is given. That is 2.4 divided by W. That is what, my dear? 1 kilowatt. The air standard efficiency of Otto cycle is what? 1 minus 1 upon RC raised to power gamma minus 1. That is this one. Okay. In the Kenedal's notation for representing what, my dear? Queuing models. The first position represents what? Probability law of arrival. Right. Arrival बताती है. Okay. Here I go for next. Here I go for next. Assume that the surface roughness profile is triangular as shown in schematically in the figure. If the peak to valley height is what 20. Okay, H max is given. Center line average क्या होता है बच्चा? That is the RA is equal to what my dear? H max by 4 होता है. And it should be what my dear? कितना होगा यहाँ पे? कितना हो जाएगा बच्चा? H max by 4. That is what? It should be what? 20 by 4. That is 5. Phenomena of decreased resistance of material due to reversible stresses. That is what my dear? Fatigue. क्या होता है? Fatigue. It should be fatigue. Very good. Here I go for next. Fatigue. Here I go for next, my dear. It dicks with mass moment of inertia I, angular velocity omega, rad per second in spinning about the axis of spin. The angular velocity of presentation of axis of spin is omega p. The torque causing precision will be given by. That is what you have to couple बताना है आपको, right? And my dear, angular velocity of precision of axis is omega p. The torque causing precision will be given by, and that is will be what my dear? I into omega p. Number two. Here I go for next. 73. The shearing area of key. Length L, breadth B, depth H. Breadth से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, because the shearing will be what my dear? Area will be L into B only. Centrifugal pump is started with a delivery valve kept fully closed. क्या करते हैं उसको? Fully close करते हैं. Consider the following statement. Fourier's law is given. Okay. Steady state. Okay. Assumptions means they assume what my dear? Steady state condition, right? Constant value of thermal conductivity. Okay, that is also correct. Uniform temperature at the wall surface, correct. One dimensional flow, heat flow, it is also correct. So that means all are correct. All are okay. Here I go for next. A vessel of volume 1 meter cube contains oxygen. Okay, and molecular weight is given 32. Pressure 1 bar. Temperature 47. The mass of oxygen in the vessel, take universal gas constant 8314 joule per kilomole Kelvin. Guys, you have to calculate what? You have to calculate. क्या calculate करना है बेटा? Mass. You have to calculate mass. Just apply what my dear? PV is equal to MRT. Right? And this R will be what my dear? This bar R by M. Bar R is given 8.314. Put the value, get the answer. Guys, put the value, get the answer. Guys, be fast. Haji bacha. Be fast. Answer will be what my dear? It should be 1.2 kg. 1.2 kg. But remember, you have to put the value of pressure in Pascal. That is 1 into 10 raised to power 5. It is what? 1.2 kg is the correct answer. And put the temperature in Kelvin. Okay. I hope you got it. Here I go for next. Consider the following statement pertaining to IC engine. The stroke is equal to twice of crank radius. That is L is equal to 2 into RC. Correct. Right? It's correct statement. Top dead center is located towards the cover end side of the cylinder. Correct. Both are correct. Clearance volume and swept volume are same. No, clearance volume is what my dear? Is less as compared to swept volume. Ports are used in 2-stroke engine. Right? Valves are not used in 2-stroke engine. That is 1 to 4 are correct. Right, my dear? 1 to 4 are correct. Here I go. That is 78. CPM network critical path method denotes, my dear. Path where maximum resources are used. Path where minimum resources are used. Path having zero delay. And path that gets monitored automatically. It is none other than what? Zero delay. 3. Answer will be CPM 3. Here I go for next. Which one of the following statement correctly defines the term dispatching? Dispatching, my dear. Maintaining the record of no. Appraisal and evaluation of human work in terms of time. No. Taking all such steps which are meant to affect the no. Moving the work after completion to next. No. Let's see one. This one. Taking all such steps which are meant to affect the implement the program of production according to the plans. Correct. Number 3 is correct, my dear. Number 3 is correct. Number 3 is correct. Number 3 is correct. Here I go for next. The motion of particle is defined by distance this, okay, where x and t are expressed in meters, seconds respectively. The position x of the particle at zero velocity is what, my dear? Zero velocity pay, right? So first of all, I have to find out dx by dt. So it should be what, my dear? It should be what? It should be phi t. It should be phi t, and it should be what? Minus 20. But you have to consider it 0. That means what, my dear? It should be 20 by 5. That is what, my dear? T is equal to 4. Right now, guys, yes or no? We got T is equal to 4. Yes. T is equal to 4, right? Guys, yes or no? Please tell me. T is equal to 4, but they are asking for position right now. So अभी हमें position find out करना पड़ेगा. So we have to find out position. That is what? X 5 by 2 multiplied by 16 minus 20 into 4 plus 10. But it should be better. 8 40 minus 20 plus 20. No, sorry. That is what? 80 plus 10. It should be what, my dear? It should be what? Minus 40 plus 10. That is what? Minus 30. Answer will be minus 30 meter. Minus 30 meter. Minus 30 meter is a correct option, right? Here I go for next. The estimated duration of times for an activity in part network under the worst and best environment is 18 and 12 days. The variance of activity will be what, my dear? क्या हो जाएगा? हाँ जी बच्चा, क्या बोल रहा है? The worst and best, that is TP minus TO will be what, my dear? TP minus TO divided by 6 का square कर दो, जो भी आएगा वो आंसर, and the answer will be what, my dear? ये 6 आएगा. 36 by 6 is again 6. Guys, please tell me what should be the answer for it? 1, I think. 6 आएगा. 36 by 36, 1. Answer is 1. Here I go for next. My dear. What happened to the tools? Cutting forces. If the cutting speed of the tool increases, they will decrease. They will decrease. Yes, they will decrease, my dear. I hope you got it. क्या हो जाएगा? वो decrease हो जाएगा. Okay? They will decrease. They will not going to increase, my dear. They will going to decrease. Inversely proportional होता है cutting force. Cutting force is inversely proportional to V. So here, that is what happens to cutting forces. If cutting speed of the tool increase, अगर ये increase होगा, तो definitely ये decrease हो जाएगा. What is the relation equivalent length and actual length for column with one end fixed and other free? My dear, it is none other than what? क्या होता है बच्चा? Effective length will be what, my dear? 2L हो जाएगा. Effective length will be what, my dear? 2L. Very good. It is 2L. I go for next. Which of the following motion of cam roller follower leads to the lowest jerk? My dear, it is cycloidal. It is cycloidal. Informative question. No, it's not simple harmonic. It's cycloidal. Here we go for next. Stress concentration factor is a ratio of, my dear, is a ratio of, guys, be fast. Is the ratio of, guys, be fast. Be very good. It is none other than which one, my dear? कौन सा होगा? What about other people? Few people are answering. Very good. Wait, it should be what? It should be none other than endurance limit without stress concentration to the endurance limit with stress concentration. हमने Soderberg and Goodman में use किया हुआ है. The flow in which the velocity vector is identical in magnitude, the direction at every point for any given instant is known as, my dear, is known as, Haji Bacha, is known as what? Is known as what? Uniform flow. क्या बोलेंगे उसको? Uniform flow नहीं बोलेंगे. Flow in which the velocity vector is identical. That means what? Uniform flow. The concept of overall heat transfer used in case of heat transfer of conduction, convection, radiation, combined mode of heat transfer of conduction and convection. Guys, which one? It is very good. Very good. It should be what, my dear? ये तो सबको आना चाहिए. That is none other than when the cases are combined. That is combined case of what? These two only. Okay. Relation PV raised to power gamma is equal to constant, where gamma is the ratio of specific heat of ideal gas is applicable to. PV raised to power gamma किसको applicable होता है? Reversible adiabatic को. Only reversible adiabatic process. Okay. Here I go for next. MRP2 means, you know that it is manufacturing resource planning. It is repeated question. Dynamic friction is the friction experienced by body when the body is in motion. Right? Very good. Here I go for next. The gases are considered incompressible when Mach number is less than 0.3. 0.3 से जब लेस आता है. What will the geometric radius of the heat transfer for hollow sphere of inner radius R1? It should be none other than what, my dear? What geometric radius will be what? Under root of R2 into R1. Under root of R2 into R1. Very good. R2 into R1. Very good. Here we go for next, my dear. चलें आगे. Can we go for it? Next. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, my dear. The volume V versus temperature graphs for a certain amount of perfect gas at two pressure P1 and P2 are as shown in the figure. It can be concluded that, you know that, my dear, dV by dt is inversely proportional to pressure, right? So if the pressure is high, my dear, that means what? It should be low. Or when it should be high, that means this pressure will be low. So you can see that जिसका slope ज्यादा होगा वो pressure कम होगा. यहाँ पे slope किसका ज्यादा है? The slope of P2 is quite high. So definitely the P2 will be, P2 क्या होगा? P2 will be lesser one. Right? Yes or no? That is, the pressure P1 is greater than the pressure P2. Right? Number one. I hope you got it. Yes or no, guys? Very good. Number one is correct. Here I go for next. चलें आगे. Here we go. Identify the type of rivet head usually used for boiler plate riveting. That is none other than what, my dear? Snap. Snap head we are using. Which one? Snap head. We are using snap head. I hope you got it. Yes, bacha. Very good. Snap head. Here I go for next. Austenite is a solid solution of carbon in which iron, my dear? Alpha, beta, gamma or delta? Yes, it's a very basic question. It's a very basic question. Guys, be fast. Material science. Hanji bacha. It is none other than. Guys, please tell me. It should be what? It should be what? It should be none other than. Very austenite. Yes. Guys, please tell me the answer. It should be alpha, beta, gamma or delta. Very good. It's a gamma. Very good. Everybody knows. The radius of Mohr circle represents, my dear. Radius of Mohr circle represents. क्या represent करती है? It is represent maximum shear stress. क्या represent करती है? Maximum shear stress. Okay. I hope you got it. Yeah, that is maximum shear stress. Last question. That is what? For a follower moving with cycloidal motion, the velocity of the follower is maximum at the what, my dear? Middle of the outstroke. It is maximum at the middle of the outstroke. You can check out the profiles as well. Okay. So guys, here we have finished the 100 question. Okay. So I want to tell you that UPPSC, those who have joined first time, UPPSC AE is going on at 11 a.m. morning. 11 a.m. chalti hai, and Vizag will be at the same time. That is what, my dear? 3 p.m. Okay. I hope You guys got it. Very good. So guys, will yes. So, and remember one thing. No, chat. Listen to me. That I want to tell you. वहां ये पूछा था. I have seen the question again. वहां ये पूछा था. That is, अगर आप हीट निकालते हो और वो फिर फीड वाटर में हीटिंग के यूटिलाइज होती है. Listen to me very carefully. What I am saying. वहां पे पूछा था कि आप हीट निकाल रहे हो, स्टीम निकाल रहे हो, सॉरी हीट नहीं, स्टीम निकाल रहे हो, एंड देन यू आर फीडिंग दैट, यू आर यूटिलाइजिंग दैट स्टीम फॉर हीटिंग पर्पस इन फीड वाटर, एंड वी आर यूजिंग फीड वाटर हीटर्स इन माय डियर इन रीजनरेशन ऑफ स्टीम टरबाइन. क्वेश्चन ध्यान से देखो आप, ठीक है. इफ यू हैव चेक देन आई वांट टू टेल यू, उसमें मेंशन है, उसमें मेंशन when you will start mock test like original exam, okay, that will be most correct option will be, because वहां पे cycles के बारे में पूछा है, तो most correct option will be none other than my dear regeneration is a most correct option. Most correct option will be regeneration. I already explained कि आपको most correct choose करना होगा. Okay. पीडीएफ अवेलेबल नहीं है, पीडीएफ अवेलेबल हो जाएगा. ब्लीडिंग बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हो कि जब आप हीटिंग के लिए निकालते हो स्टीम, दैट इज व्हाट ब्लीडिंग, राइट? वी एग्री ऑन दैट. बट द थिंग, कोनिकल हेड बॉयलर, आई टेल यू, बट द थिंग इज कि वो जो क्वेश्चन था उसमें द मोस्ट करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज नन अदर देन माय डियर रीजनरेशन. यस्टरडेज क्लास पीडीएफ इज अवेलेबल, आई थिंक, राम जी. Okay, so guys, here we, and those who are new, they can do hit like, share, subscribe the channel. And my dear, I want to let you know, those who are came first time, that is offer of the month is going on. You are getting the Testbook Pass just for rupees 299, and in that you are getting 100 plus courses free of cost, my dear, and 12,000 plus tests, and which include defense, teaching, banking, technical examination like JEE, AE, ES, GATE, everything. Okay, and SSC JE batch. I already told you that if you are interested in SSC JE Mechanical Life Coaching, my dear, then you have to fill the application form, and the link of that application form has been provided in the description of this video. Okay, so guys, yes, यूपीपीएससी का वो देख लो आप, यूपीएससी का वो देख लो, that is better. And you do one thing, आप यूपीएससी की वो देख लो, द मोस्ट करेक्ट ऑप्शन वी हैव टू चूज पीडीएफ, दैट विल बी गेट अपलोडेड. ओके, धन्यवाद सागर धार्मिक. हाँ, इट इज प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन, पीवाईक्यू. ओके, so guys, this is all about Vizag we have done, right? And remember one thing, I want to tell you one more thing. हाँ, वहां ऐसा पूछा होता कि that if you are, अगर ऐसा पूछा होता, supposed to be चार्ट, let me explain. अगर वहां ऐसा पूछा होता कि the process of extracting steam for heating purpose is known as, we can say, bleeding. See what I mean to say, चार्ट. If the question will be like this, if you are extracting a steam, if you are extracting a steam, if you are extracting a steam for heating purpose, then my dear, you can say that will be what. But if you are doing in turbine, that the situation is question ki, that will be the most correct option will be regeneration. Most correct option will be regeneration. Okay. अगर ऐसा पूछता, सिर्फ प्रोसेस का नाम पूछता और वहां पे बाकी झमेला नहीं लाता, वो लाइंस नहीं लाता, तो डेफिनेटली इट विल बी. कुलदीप चौहान जी, वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून. Okay, okay guys, so now एक्सट्रैक्टिंग का ऑप्शन होता ना सिर्फ वहां पे, तो हम निकाल लेते उसको, ठीक है. और एक बात और बता दूं, मैं आपको बता देता हूं, अभी ऐसे क्वेश्चन आपको मिलेंगे वाइजैक में भी, तो जिसमें आपको डाउट हो रहा होगा ना, मेरी बात समझिए ध्यान से, ट्राई टू लिसन मी वेरी केयरफुली. You can see this kind of a question in your Vizag or UPPSC AE as well. So my dear, when you see this kind of a question, just leave it. Okay, because the right has been reserved to decide the correct answer of that one. अगर two conservative, वो किसके पास होता है? Commission के पास होता है. You don't have any right. Okay, अगर दोनों correct है वहां पे supposed to be, तो commission जो बोलेगा वो होगा. Non-tech part you can explore, guys. Non-tech part, okay, कल हम डिस्कस कर लेंगे स्ट्रेटेजी के बारे में, एक सेशन कर लेंगे, ठीक है, एक सेशन कर लेंगे. Definitely I'll come with that session. Okay. Extracting मेरे भाई, extracting. No, it's not clear. It's not clear. Veerafani, it's not clear. Okay. So start हुआ या end? It has been end, Kuldeep. It has been end now. The regular class is, you can see the timing. UPPSC at 11 a.m. morning and Vizag at 3 p.m. Okay. So guys, we'll see you in the next section then of UPPSC at 11 tomorrow morning. So guys, take care. Bye bye. Shabba khair. One more thing that I want to say. Mock test is what? This is a mock test. I have taken the 100 question. Okay. So guys, we'll see you in the next class then. So take care. Bye bye. Shabba khair. And जाने से पहले do it, like, share, subscribe the session. And one more thing that I want to add, that is, please stay at home, stay safe, stay online with the testbook.com.